Used to make trips with my mom to Brooklyn. We used to ride the D train from 205th Street. And I used to get in the first car and I was like, wow, cool, this is really nice. I want to do this one day. Picked up the Daily News one day and I saw that they was hiring for train operators. And I was having a civil service exam. And 4 years after I took the test, they called me. And I became a motorman. It's a lonesome job. You're by yourself, being in a secluded area for 8 to 10 hours. But it's a fun job. First day on the job was intense. I was very nervous. First job was from Bedford Park to Coney Island. The adrenaline kicked in. I was officially by myself. I was officially a motorman at that point. It was a normal day at work, and I get to a station called Broad Channel. But there's a drawbridge there. Unfortunately, the drawbridge wasn't working and they couldn't get the drawbridge to close. So I was turned from Broad Channel. I had to go back to 207th Street. A woman in her 70s, she jumped in front of my train. I was coming into the station full speed, so it took quite some time for the train to stop. The train slid and stopped. She hit her head on the rail, and she flew underneath the platform. Once that happened, my heart just started racing and racing and racing. And kept saying to myself, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe this happened. I realized where she was at because there was people taking pictures. I saw the woman. She was full of blood. The adrenaline running, still running. My heart's pumping and pumping and pumping. I'm crying inside. Hurt, destroyed, you know. And one of the passengers on the platform said, she said to leave her alone, let her die in peace. There was people crying, there was people screaming. It was a very traumatic experience, you know, to see it and to hear your passengers crying in sadness. It was deep. Her pocketbook and her shoes was on this platform. I believed in my heart it was a suicide.
I think motormen have an incredibly difficult job. It is a position that runs the risk of them being exposed to a traumatic event on a regular basis. And it's something that they cannot escape from. In New York City, we've had more people dying from suicide than, for example, from homicide for the past decade and more, which is something that is not well known.
I saw a psychiatrist one day out the week religiously. I had a fear. I was just scared. I was nervous. You know? I didn't want to be on the train again.
We know that the motormen are at great risk. We know from many studies, particularly studies of soldiers, that being exposed to human suffering, particularly human suffering you're causing, puts you at great risk of subsequent mental illness, particularly post-traumatic stress disorder.
I had that fear of like my first day of working again. To me, I've been away so long. That eagerness, oh my God, is something gonna go wrong? Is somebody gonna jump in front of my train again? That was my new fear again, you know, coming back to work. My eyes was on the signals, but it was also on the passengers. You know, I don't want this to happen again. I had to fight every night to sleep because I could not get this woman off my mind. I couldn't sleep. I had visions of this deceased woman in my head every night. One night I was going to my kitchen and I walked down the steps and it was a thunderstorm. I saw her. In my heart, I saw this woman. It's like she was trying to reach out to me and say something to me like, it wasn't your fault. And that helped me, you know. And I know in my heart it wasn't my fault, but I felt that she reached out to me and said, listen, Jermaine, it's not your fault, okay? I'm in a better place right now. My job's policy in regards to a 12-9, it has to be a fatality. The person must die at the scene in order for a train operator to get only 3 days off. If the person doesn't die, you get no days off. You're required to come to work the next day.
Subways are available and convenient, and in many ways you can get into the subway and harm yourself for the price of a ticket. It's difficult to think of any other way which can provide such an opportunity, such finality, unless you happen to own a gun.
People use the subway to commit suicide. Only thing I could think of from the top of my head is the job will get done.